Hey man, shut up. What? The intro going, man. Hey, how you doing? I hope it's good. So today we got some Degeneracy with A to Z. Delusional IRL streamer crashes in. I could read. Let me give me a minute. I'm undiagnosed dyslexic. Shut up. Delusional IRL streamer crashes car into store live. You stupid. He's stupid. He looked a little chromosomal deficient. Let's get started. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Nice, relaxed. You know, chill. If somebody bothering you, tell them Pharaoh said off. You know.
This IRL streamer crashed his car into a store while live streaming it. And sources are saying he did this because he just wanted to see what would happen.
Okay.
How is this real? Apparently all of this happened in Finland a few months back, and I didn't know about this guy until a friend of mine mentioned, hey, why haven't all of this happened?
I was gonna let it ride. I was gonna let it. He. You know why? You know why? Cause he bald. That's why. He got loose. He ain't got no antennas. Hair is like antennas. He ain't got no antennas. It's telling him, it's sending him good thoughts. That's why. Big old egghead looking. It's just taking it just.
How is this real? Apparently all of this happened in Finland a few months back, and I didn't know about this guy until a friend of mine mentioned, hey, why haven't you made a video on this guy yet? Well, I didn't even know of this guy's existence. How the bar for IRL streaming has collapsed this low is a question I will continue to ask myself perpetually throughout my career.
Is this the Johnny effect? Can we call stuff like this like if anybody does something dumb like this on the internet, it's the Johnny effect. You got Johnny syndrome. You know, because Johnny Somali that infected you. You got Johnny syndrome, and also a chromosome deficiency. You got it's some loose stuff in your head. It might be too much like water or whatever. What's the liquid? You know, brain juice, skull juice. You got a lot of dead space in your skull. It's not.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we found a new low. So this Finnish IRL streamer is on his way to becoming, I guess, one of the most down bad or outrageous influencers in the world, as he just keeps on living his life as he's in this disaster simulator, and he just brags about being a problem for humanity. Normally, I call these people a burden to society as a dig towards them, but this guy just openly embraces it. From crashing his mother's car into a store while drunk driving to eating poisonous mushrooms and tasting his own body waste on stream.
Bro, how is that not? Is that not a bannable offense? That should be a bannable and arrestable offense. Like what? What?
I mean, this
is not okay.
There's
is
no
it the
words
water?
to describe that. And why is he doing this? Because, again, he wanted to see what would happen. And all of those things I just listed happen within a few days of each other. And these aren't even the worst things that this guy has done live. So meet Arttu Pulkkinen, also known as Upi, a Finnish IRL streamer who's made it his life mission to become the ultimate internet troll. And Upi seems to be like a product of what you get if you take Johnny Somali and a couple other IRL streamers who are just complete degenerates, and you put them in an environment like Finland, where there's basically no consequences. Certifiable Nordic region moment. But like many other IRL streamers, this guy has basically turned his entire life into just one big internet reality TV show, except he gets banned all the time. So it's a constant scramble to find where he is next because he's always banned. So this has definitely kneecapped his career massively. But that is absolutely not stopping him from ruining his own life, because in the last few months alone, he already has thrown prosecutors' eviction letters down the toilet, gambled a large chunk of his net worth at the casino while high on that Walter White special, and playing with a homemade flamethrower. That's just scratching the surface of the insanity of this man. Almost as insane as the amount of spam.
Wait, but Walter White did he did the M stuff, not the C stuff. That's why he looked like that. Okay.
Callers that are out there currently, because sadly, a lot of our information can be found on the internet. But how do you reduce the amount of information about you that's on the internet? Well, unfortunately, data brokers are the problem. Especially after the holiday shopping season, we've all signed up for something with our number, and then suddenly you're being spammed with all sorts of telemarketers and scammers. Because data brokers, unfortunately, just take your information from various sites and
we got a gist of it now. What's the code?
But thankfully, that's where today's sponsor, Atozy, comes in, because they manage all of that for you. They'll scan the internet for information and automatically send takedown requests. And on top of that, they'll keep on checking for you. Had 567 hours.
What's your code?
I am happy that there's at least a solution to the first year.
That is right there.
And hey, if you're dealing with these same issues, you can use my code Atozy for 60% off of your first year. For me, the service has already been a massive win because the spam calls I used to get multiple times a day have been your shopping channel. Allow me to promote you by clicking the link. Continue this down below to start taking your personal data off the market right now. But without further ado, let's continue this video. Because Upi first appeared on some random Finnish image boards back in 2017, where he mostly talked about his daily routine. Back then, it was nothing more than an awkward, heavy drinking young dude who filmed videos on his cell phone for fun and was studying to become an IT technician. However, as his videos became increasingly bizarre and more viral, he inevitably became popular in the Finnish community. His content drew the attention of his classmates who discovered his threads on the anonymous image boards, and after being recognized, R2 quickly dropped out of school. And it's safe to say, things went downhill from there. Watching Upi's content is like witnessing a nuclear meltdown in slow motion. And the shocking factor here is it's intentional, since he often stated that it's his purpose to make people as angry as possible.
Well, my purpose in life is to cause a lot of unhappiness for society. I enjoy it when other people suffer for my existence. My purpose in life is to make as many people as possible angry, normies, working, or reading some canonical message in some...
Did he have lip fillers?
Or reading some canonical message in some liquid, and they're like, no,
I'ma just leave them thoughts in my head, because
Artu's drinking and dusting the streets,
because those roasts would be a little bit too close to the sun. I don't want to get...
Bro's kind of like a brain dead nerd from alcoholism who's been coddled way too much. But during his initial image board era, he used to leave his PayPal address in the threads.
He looked like that dude from Star Wars, the dude who talked like that and had the little eyes. Jar Jar. He looked like Jar Jar.
Created just in case any of his early followers decided to donate something. And after getting a webcam as a donation from one of them, Upi began his live streaming career. He originally started on YouTube, primarily having drunken conversations with his chat, mixed in with some RuneScape and Euro Truck Simulator gameplay.
ETS is fun. Bro, don't you come on, man. The man looked like Jar Jar. Is that a man piece? I thought he was bald.
However, over time, his content slowly shifted to this extreme, chaotic behavior. And no wonder YouTube banned him after just 3 months of live streaming.
Wow.
I can't even show 90% of what he streams because I don't want this video to get nuked either.
Thank you.
But did that stop him? Absolutely not. Because after his first ban on the platform, Upi decided to create a new channel. He then shared a new URL in another image board thread and began what his viewers call the Upi ban cycle, in which he creates an account, streams increasingly deranged content, gets banned, and then repeats the cycle. Honestly, it's kind of like the same cycle that Johnny Somali's in. A lot of these degenerate IRL streamers are sadly very similar to each other. Because, of course, every single time he gets banned, it's for violating the platform guidelines. And as I hinted to earlier, it's extremely difficult to keep track of his online presence because his online accounts change so frequently. However, his most dedicated fans always find a way to keep up with him. Currently, he's streaming on Kick, and he has recently been making some appearances on Taiga Streams, a former Norwegian Dota 2 player. Well, actually, after checking right now, he's banned on Kick again. So, yeah, he's gone. But Upi's career can easily be divided in 3 phases based on where he's living. The first would be from his apartment in Kajani, or is it Kajani? Kajani? Man, as a Norwegian,
hey Jane,
I should probably have the gist or like a basic understanding of how to pronounce Finnish words. But no, I mean, Finnish is very far away from Norwegian, Swedish, or Danish. So I'm completely lost here. So I'm probably going to mispronounce a lot of words here. But maybe Kajani. Which lasted from 2017 to the end of 2018. The second one was after he moved to Paltamu, where he stayed until 2023. And this was probably the craziest period of his life. And his most recent and current phase of Upi starts when he returns to his hometown of Kajani, after essentially screwing up so badly in that Paltamu place that he had to flee back home. And even though the events from his first phase could be considered pretty tame by Upi's standards, it's safe to say he didn't leave the apartment before creating some real highlights of his antics. For example, the time where he took loads of pills on stream and forced first responders to come save him in his house. And also when he drank cleaning solution while playing RuneScape.
Oh my goodness, bro. What is it? Just okay, this is gonna sound real bad. Just be done with it, right? Just what do you, because it seemed like your goal ain't that, but you doing things that could cause that. So just go ahead and wrap that up, bro. Just because this is not needed. This is propaganda for the Somali, the Johnny Somali syndrome people. That's what this is. The Johnny Somali syndrome people got together and say, how is we gonna push out propaganda to other people to get other people to start doing dumb stuff too? That's probably what this is.
After he ran out of beer.
Oh my goodness, bro. How dumb are you? And you real life drank it. Bro, I want to, bro. And you...
How is this real? You would think this is a parody or some sort of troll, but it's not. And by the end of 2018,
wild,
he had to be evicted from his apartment. And naturally, he live streamed the whole thing from the moment the social workers knocked on his front door until the eviction itself, in a complete state of hungover from the previous night.
It's a grown man. What's social workers coming around for? Maybe he ain't got no friends, because I don't see nobody in his streams with him. Maybe he alone, and his only way to get attention or feel like he has somebody is to do stupid stuff, because that's the only times he's ever get attention. To feel like that's right, like because think about it. If he say he likes being a burden on people to make like people have to come help him or something like that, then it's probably not the fact that he likes being a burden on people. It's just the fact that he likes the attention from people coming to help him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna say that, so he says he likes to be a burden on people. Like that's what I think. But either way, Riri. And he looked like Jar Jar. He looks like Jar Jar. Is this eye open? This definitely not. He looked like Jar Jar, bro. And who is this
after
sweet
getting
lady?
evicted, he moved to the small town of Baltimore, where things went from bad to completely unhinged. His streams now received way more special guests than ever, and his apartment essentially became Finland's most chaotic frat house, bringing together a varied list of Finnish deranged influencers under the same roof. Each character brought their own flavor of insanity to the roster, but in the competition, from what I can see, Upi still has the throne for being an absolute degenerate. But the Finnish streamers and influencers weren't the only guests at his house most of the time. In fact, during his years at Baltimore, law enforcement became well acquainted with him, and the first responders became almost tenants at his apartment due to how often they would have to show up midstream. Sometimes they were called by his viewers, and other times by his neighbors exhausted with the constant noise.
Bruh.
And it got to the point where the police were so familiar with the guy that they would usually just kind of greet him as a friend when they saw him, like, hey, what's up, Upi? What are you up to right now? I mean, when the cops know you on a first name basis, or even worse, on a nickname basis, it's never a good sign. And then you have the arson incident, which even by Upi's standards really stands out.
Wait, arson? That's fire.
Oh my
goodness.
One day when he was live, this genius had the idea of burning some of his furniture in his backyard alongside of whatever else he could find inside of his house. The fire then quickly spread to his fence and then his apartment complex. And then, of course, the fire department was called to put it out. And how did Upi thank the firefighters that came to prevent his stunt from burning down the whole neighborhood? He urinated right in front of them while live streaming it. Fascinating use of free will. The police took him into custody after that, which should be no surprise to anyone by now, but he wasn't held for too long, and they just released him right after. And much like all the furniture that he's burned in his backyard, he must have done the same to all of his bridges in Baltimore as of in 2023. He made the greatest return to his hometown. Kajani or Kayani. I am so sorry to my Finnish viewers out there. So he's back to where his roots started from. And so many things have already happened in this chapter that it's impossible to list them all here, especially because many of them are not very family friendly to say the least. But there was a moment at the end of last year where he managed to drunkenly drive his mother's car 2 times and crash into an empty store while live streaming the
Thank
latter.
God it was empty. Dumb, bro.
Mulla on linja täällä 112.
It's unclear if he actually received a real punishment for this, as all the articles of this just state that he was picked up by the police on the spot, but they don't go into further detail.
Maybe
Even
they think he got
though it
like
would be
a
impossible to
mental
make a list
health
of
issue or
everything that
something,
he's
so they're
done
not
in the
doing
last
that.
couple of years. I still can list some of the things that he's done in the previous few months, including trying to get Tyga banned by showing up on cam without his pants multiple times, rolling at the casino while high on whatever Walter White was cooking, throwing prosecutors' eviction letters down the toilet, obviously playing with that homemade flamethrower, live streaming himself going to the Finnish version of an AA meeting, but including substance abuse as well. So yeah, I mean, it is just absolutely chaotic. And when it comes to OP streams, he's been banned on everything to the point where he essentially has to be an internet panhandler to continue, as he can't get monetized in any other way without having a donation button. But it doesn't seem like that or the laws in Finland are stopping
That's
him.
crazy.
As someone who's raised in the Nordics myself, Norway, I'm very familiar with how relaxed things are up there. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how or if they will ever do anything. But other than that, hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And hopefully I'm not as sick as what I currently am in my next video. But we shall see. But if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. This RL's...
Hey. Oh man, you sick, man? I hope you get better. Z, if you're ever looking at this video, it'd be cool if you was. Well, if you're still watching the video at this point, I greatly appreciate it. If you have a video suggestion you want to see us react to, please put that in the comments below. We'll add it to the list and join the Discord. We are Drivers. That's the name of our Discord. Link in the description. I'm gonna try to get my BeamNG working. That update did a number on my BeamNG. I don't know what's up with it, but I'm gonna get that working, and hopefully I'll see y'all on that tomorrow. And I'm live streaming today. I don't know what yet, but I will be. So. See y'all for that too. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I ain't got nothing else. But all right.
Mm-hmm.